I'm going to demonstrate this Nichrome heating element igniter that we do make. I have mentioned and demonstrated the operation of it in a previous video, but nonetheless, here is one extra function where our application where it can be applied. And you will see exactly what's going to happen. So now let me just take, basically what I have done is I stuck it onto a stick, tap it in, and then I apply, simulate the battery from my power supply. And I'm applying about 4 volt, exactly 4 volt. In other words, I'm not simulating my lithium-ion battery because it's going to take a bit of a time. Now, what I'm going to do with it, on some PC boards, you do get, okay, let me just put this thing down. On some PC boards, you get a small, and you will see it just now. I will follow it onto the actual microscope. If you look at it over there, okay. I will follow the whole procedure on a microscope, and you can actually see it on a benchtop microscope, the small portable one, which you can move around. And you will see the whole procedure of me actually doing and applying this particular unit, this Nichrome heating element now that we make. Now, the point is with the PC boards, okay, with the PC boards, in order to be able to, some components are so densely packed, like I'll show you even on this particular board. They're so small, so you can't really use hot station, or you don't have maybe access to come to a component. I've chosen a flat board because, for ease demonstration. But it can be applied, in just about anywhere, this heating element. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply 4 volt, and you will see the element will start heating up. Because before you can remove it, although I've got the ultrasonic heat generator, which we usually put at the bottom of the board, of the actual component we would like to remove, but this heating element can be applied for very, very minute items, which are densely packed, and you don't have the excess maybe from the bottom because you got components also at the bottom. So now I'm just going to apply the heat direct on top, not touching it, but just direct on top. And that will melt, and I will be able to remove it with ease. So let me just put this thing down, and then I'll zoom onto let me just position this properly. Okay, so you can see it on the, all right. Let's just look at it over there. All right, now let's just get a bit of a contrast, okay, with this microscope. Okay, it's perfect. Let's just do this. Put it into focus. Okay, it's more or less in focus there. All right, so now, as I said, I'm going to start applying this right on top of the actual transistor over there. But before I do that, I'm going to, of course, apply a bit of a paste. Because paste promotes dissipation of the heat evenly, so I don't stress the component and things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be very generous and smudge it. Smudge it, okay, just is but difficult, I'm trying to operate camera. Hold the element, hold the element, and okay. So now what I do is, watch it now what's going to happen. Okay, I'm just going to put it on top. I'm not touching it. I'm approximately about 5 millimeter or so, 3 to 5 millimeter on top of the component. And then, of course, it will take a bit of a time, but you will see it will come off. You can see it already started to melt a paste. So let me apply it, okay, and then I'll shift the, okay, you can see it, okay, it's still not, all right, Let me just do this. Okay, I'm just gonna keep quiet. So, okay, it's already starting to heat up. And if nothing else, even if you do use a hot air station, you have to preheat the board before you do anything. So I'm gonna go all around first actually to preheat the board also, not just on top of the component. Okay, so hold on. Now remember, before you can do the surface mount, you must always preheat the board. You must always preheat the board all around, not just on the component, even with the hot air station. The reason why, otherwise you stress the component, the board itself, if it's just on one spot. And you will reach anything just over 100 degrees, the temperature around the board. So let me again, I've been moving it in and out. I'm just gonna put more paste, and then again. Okay, so let's see. Let's give it a bit of a time. As I said, it will take a bit of a time because I wanted to preheat the board. You will see it. It will come with ease. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Can you see it? I have successfully removed it. Okay, successfully removed it. Okay, there is the component, basically. Okay. Now, can you see, because I've been also on top of this resistor, I even removed this resistor. So I'm just going to shift it back into its place. And you can see it has gone back into its place. Okay, you can see it's become fluid. And can you imagine a component even smaller than that? Type of thing, you actually, over here I was playing around with some other resistor. I'm just going to also position it in its place properly. Okay, so that's basically is the transistor itself. Okay, and you will see it just now on the camera. Let me just spray it with the isopropanol. You can actually see. Let me try to get the contrast. Okay, you can see the transistor, how I have removed it successfully from the pad. You can see it, and I removed it just with this heat there. Now let me just, okay, now this thing is sticky. Now even if I want, I can still position it, and I can actually fit it back, and I will try to do that just by, okay, let me just, okay, all right, now I'm going to fit it back. You can see, okay, let me just, you can see over here. It's not really made, this particular unit, it's not really made for fitting it back. It's more for preheating the boards where you don't want to use the hot air station and the heat to blow tiny little components. Some of them are like a 1 millimeter. With this heating element, basically, I'm applying the heat only in that. Of course, I go around to preheat the board, but then I apply maximum temperature, for a certain period of time over here where I want to, but I'll try to solder it even. I'll give it a try. Okay, I'll give it a try. It's not really meant for soldering, but I'll just do it for a demo purposes. Okay, just to prove the point that yes, you can, if you know what you're doing, and with a bit of patience, you can actually solder it even back. Although it's not really meant for soldering. It's made for removing faulty components. Okay, there we go. It's nearly there, nearly there. I can see it from the bottom. You won't see it from top. You'll see when I wash it now with isopropyl. How it's actually fitted. Let me just put a bit more paste. Okay. What I have done is I moved the actually transistor totally like upside down. Okay. Let me try to do this. Okay, I'm just gonna do it gently. I should have taken a better tweezers. Nonetheless, let me take these tweezers here. There we go. Now it's going to take it. Without using the soldering iron, without using any specialized sort of jigs. There we go. It's soldered. All right. Now I'm just going to wipe it off with, cleaning stuff and a little tiny brush that I use. Let me just do this. Just put this heating element over here, so it's out of the way. Okay, now, I'll just clean it. And you will see, voila, there we go. You can see the legs solid, and it's solid, and it's solid. It's no problem whatsoever. I have managed to remove it and to fit it with this little heating element that we make. And of course, it's really made for removal, not for really refitment of the components. But the problem is always the removal, because you have to apply the heat to the board and of course you can see like a black patch which I will polish or whatever, because I have moved it like several times, so it's fine. But as I said, with this little element, let me just show you. This is what I've been doing, going back onto the board. You can see it over there. There is a little transistor. Perfect. Okay, now let me just put this thing back. Okay, switch it off because the job is done. And that's basically another demo of my little heating element, where it can be applied. In other words, just to summarize, it's basically primarily I designed it and I use it for heating up the component that I want. But I'm talking about miniature components. It's not used really for the ICs. It's used more for miniature diodes, miniature capacitors. Some of the capacitors, they're like 1.3 millimeter by 2 millimeter. And just by using a hot station, you blow all these surrounding components away. Where with this, you basically preheat around, and then you concentrate the heat on that specific component, and you just remove it. Now, fitting it is much easier because you can use a proper solder paste, or you can use bit better quality solder. Just deposit, and then with the soldering iron you touch, and it will, melt it and attach the component. But this is primarily used for the actual removal. Yeah, I hope I explained and I demonstrated in a a very fast way, and it's the primary goal was to demonstrate the heating element used for preheating and removal miniature components on the boards. Alright, on that note, till the next time or next application for this heating element that we actually make, which is very, very, very reasonably priced. And but anyway, nonetheless, I say thank you for watching.